You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona. Priscilla Leona.
Hi! Welcome to the Question Reality Radio Show. I'm Priscilla Leona, producer and host of the show. And oh my gosh, I rewrote my show intro and I put it in the back. So let's start it again. Hi, welcome to the Question Reality Radio Show. I'm Priscilla Leona, and I'm host and producer of the show. And we are coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. And our show will help to provide you with entertainment. You know, like I'm drugged up over here. Entertainment industry, career advice from a diverse panel of people. We have just a multitude of professionals, and they work in front of the screen and stage as well as behind the scenes. Did I do it again? I swear I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't take alcohol, and I can't talk today. Like, it's this big piece of bubble gum I have in my mouth here. That might be the contributor. So the panel of guests that we have on the show are Oscar nominees. We have Emmy Award winners, Tony Award winners, Grammy Award winners, reality TV stars, and just others, very seasoned professionals from show business. So from all different types of careers. And if you missed any of our episodes, here are some of the ways that you can watch them by visiting these sites. Number one, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is Priscilla Leona. And the website, of course, questionrealityradioshow.com. Facebook, Question Reality Radio Show. And we are on every social media platform, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, X, under my name, Priscilla Leona. So please go there and check out the shows. We have all types of people, all types of professions. Believe me, you will find an occupation in the entertainment industry that you're interested in. Now, we ask that you do us a little favor. So if you enjoy our guests today, please subscribe to their sites, and we provide their site information throughout the show. It will be announced several times. And this also applies to our show as well. If you love our show and our platform, we ask that you support us. If you enjoy the fact that we're trying to achieve helping people, motivating people, inspiring people, educating people while they're pursuing their career in the entertainment industry. If that is something that is super cool to you, then go to our sites. Again, YouTube channel, my name, Priscilla Leona. Website, Question Reality Radio Show. Facebook, Question Reality Show, and then all the social media sites under my name, Priscilla Leona. So again, thank you. If you would, oh, by the way, we will reciprocate that as well. We have someone that actually looks and sees, oh, we have a new follower, oh, we have a new subscriber. So then we go to their site, and then of course we give a little thumb. Everybody needs a little thumb, all right? And we will also subscribe to your channel. So that's one more person. We all have to help each other out, right? Now, if you want to appear on the show to promote your project, showcase your talents, or if you want to refer someone, please reach out to us via the website. Again, questionrealityradioshow.com. Or you can feel free to email me directly, and that is priscillaleona@yahoo.com. Again, priscillaleona@yahoo.com. There you go. We got through that new edit. I know you people think that there's something wrong with me. I am constantly revising my show introduction. I don't know what is going on. I just say, okay, well, that can be shorter. And I keep wanting to shorten it and shorten it and shorten it. It used to be 3 pages long. As you know, I've been on the air over 21 years, and When it first started, I had 3 pages. I have gotten it down to 1 page. So maybe in 20 more years, it might be half a page. We don't know. We can only hope, right? So very, 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 very exciting. As you know, we have so many impressive people on the show. And one of them I want to just promote right now. Now, I don't get paid to promote. I don't do commercials, as you know. I don't do any advertisement. If I decide to promote someone or something on my show, it's because I love it, I believe in it, and I absolutely feel passionate about it. And that is how I feel about Mary Lou Belleye. She is I think she's up to 5 Emmys now, multiple Emmy winning director. And she is a guest on our show maybe every other year. She comes on to help us. She has her new book out. Oh my gosh. I had 3 books on this table. I don't know where they go. They're on the table and then they're gone. I had them on my desk. They're gone. So the 3rd edition is out, and it is the 3rd edition of this. What is? Where is the camera? Oh, there it is. Directors Tell the Story. This is the 2nd edition, and she currently has the 3rd edition. And Bethany Rooney, as you can see, I want to point out, I just watched her direct an episode of Tracker, this new show. It's been on a while, and I did not watch it when it first came on because, my God, face it, there's so many damn shows to watch. I just can't keep up. You would have to be glued to the TV 24 hours a day. Like, you'd have to have the TV coming through your vein, or actually going through your brain 24 hours a day to maybe possibly make a small dent in watching every show. But everyone kept telling me, oh, you have to watch Tracker. You have to watch Tracker because everybody knows I like a good looking man. So Justin Hartley is the star. And I finally decided to watch it when I heard that Bethany Rooney was going to be directing an episode, because she, as you can see, she and Mary Lou Belleye are very good friends and also have co-written several books together. And the episode was really great, by the way. She's a fantastic director. So these books that Mary Lou Belleye writes and co-writes, I swear, as far as I'm concerned, these are Bibles in the industry, blueprints. And of course, as you know, she knows very famous people, and they often come, and she gets quotes from them and gives advice from them for her books. But just for example, this particular book, and again, it's the 2nd edition, chapter 1, breaking down the script for story. Okay, I just get very overwhelmed with this because I love it so much. Chapter 2, breaking down the script for character. Chapter 3, casting. Chapter 4, production design. Chapter 5, scouting locations. Chapter 6, organizing the shoot and the first assistant director. Chapter 7, shooting the vision, sharing the vision. Chapter 8, blocking and shot listing, part 1, and then part 2 for chapter 9. And then it goes into section 2, directing the actor below the line, all the other stuff, running the set. Section 3, world. I can't read. I got 4 eyes. I can't see out of any of them. Working with the editor, working with the post supervisor, being a director, the demands of the job, getting started. So how can you not? I'm telling you. This is it. And the 3rd edition is out. So if you want to be a director, whether it's commercial, film, television, this is the book for you. And they're available on Amazon or her website, maryloubelleye.com. And then I had the honor of being in a master class that she had a while ago. I think the last one was 2019. And this book is a must. It is the new sitcom career book. So if you want to be a sitcom actor or director, this is the book for you. And this is the second edition. I don't think she has a third edition, but the second edition, I'm telling you, Blueprint Bible. And just, I'm not going to go up. There's just, of course, so much, but I'm not going to read everything. So number 1, chapter 1, getting the job. In this chapter, how to prepare for an audition, accessing information on a show, analyzing a sitcom script, how to learn by watching, do's and don'ts for auditioning. Now, you know that's very important, very important. Why K's and P's are funny. Who the hell knew K's and P's are funny? They apparently are so important when you are analyzing a script, how you punch the K and the P. I learned it in the class, but you can learn it in this book. And how to make strong, memorable choices, what to wear to an audition. It is not, try not to think for yourself if you're thinking about coming in character. There's good reasons for it, and then they're bad. Mostly it's bad, but you'll learn about it in this book. How to get your script read, advice for getting the job, audition tips, how a director prepares, career profile, and sitcom casting director. And again, chapter 2, I just read this. Monday, except when it's not, the table read. Very exciting. In that chapter, how to survive the table reading, how to best analyze the rehearsal, do's and don'ts when working with a star, stage set etiquette, how to identify jokes in the script, the role of the script supervisor, advice to the aspiring comedy writer, career profile of a costume designer. And it just goes on and on. But again, she has A-list celebrities that have contributed to the book, and and she has scripts in here, and it's just everything. I cannot tell you. I could go on about that. I could make a whole hour about her books, but you just check them out yourself via Amazon.com, because if you are serious about being professional and pursuing a career in the entertainment industry as an actor or a director or even a producer, because there's lots of tips for becoming a producer, a production assistant, a script supervisor, a costumer, get this book. Amazon.com. And also marylubelli.com. And you can email me. And, actually, I just came up with an idea. I don't know because I just came up with it. But if you buy the book, I might be able to get it personally autographed. I don't know. I haven't even talked to her about it. I don't want to get in trouble, but she's such a super kind lady. I don't think she'd have a problem with doing that if you bought a copy of her book. So you'd have to email me for that. Okay. Now, on to the exciting part of the show. As if that wasn't exciting, because that was exciting to me. But this is even more exciting. Guest for today. Who do we have? You should know by now. Oh, I can't sing. Why do I do it? Terrah. Now, check this name out. This is a star name. I think every star has it's a 3-title name. Terrah Bennett Smith. Now, let me tell you a little bit about her. Oh, look at her. Gorgeous. Drop dead gorgeous. Man, if I were a man, I'd be trying to date her ass. I'd be like, woo, Terrah. I'd call my digits. All right. So she is an award-winning producer, director, writer, actress, singer, Broadway performer, and as if she doesn't have enough talent and skills, she's also a CEO and a CCO. She made the suite. In business, they have what's called the C-suite, and the C-suite is when you have a C in your title. So, like I just said, a CEO, CCO. That's what does that stand for? Oh, gee, my business, my degree needs to hit me now. So a content officer, a corporate content officer. I think. Wait, she'll have to let me know. I'm pretty sure it is, though. And then you got your CFO, and there's a lot of C's, and it's called the C-suite. So as a person who's in the C-suite, you have enough on your plate. So I don't even know how she manages to do these other things, but we're going to find out. Now, her website. Oh, look at her rocking that blue. Woo! I think that's I don't know what blue shade that is, but I am loving that shirt. Boy, she dresses snazzy. She's a classy, snazzy chick, man, because I love that. And let's go to her sites. They are reclaimhaven.com, reclaimhaven.com, and also Inyani Corp, and that is spelled INYANICORP. Again, Reclaim Haven, RECLAIM Haven, HAVEN.com, and I'm losing my mind. I can't see. INYANICORP.com. Woo, got that out. Now, brief bio. Let's see what's happening here. This is just very, very brief. All right. Terrah Bennett Smith has had a diverse career in the entertainment industry as an award-winning producer, director, writer, actor, singer, Broadway performer, as we said earlier, with starring roles on television, Broadway, music, that should have been in. Ooh, I'm editing as I go. In television, Broadway, music, and oh my gosh, I was shocked. Oh, I can't wait to get into this. As a Billboard Top 40 RCA Artist. Oh, I love it. And currently, she's the executive producer and star of the TV series called The Wright Turn. That's WRIGHT, Wright Turn. And as if that's not enough, as I said, she is also the chief content officer at Inyani Corp and the CEO of Reclaim Haven. And Reclaim Haven is a women's wellness platform. And just insert another thing. Her latest book, which is covering her exceptional career journey, is titled Bigger, Badder, Bolder, Better, and it is expected to be released soon. So we are going to find out about it. Got to probably go on Amazon to get it. We're going to find out. But without further ado, let's meet this hot, sexy, super fly chick. Hey!
Talk about an introduction.
What? Oh, God, I don't think it was enough, Terrah.
It was enough, and your energy is so infectious that it's almost hilarious just hearing you tell.
I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell's wrong with me, Terrah. I've never done drugs, no alcohol. Actually, I did puff on some reefer back in college.
Oh, you know it was back in the day when you call it reefer. So
yeah, I see that. It was long ago. Mary Jane and reefer, right? But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do drugs because I tried to smoke the pot, but then I ended up in front of the damn refrigerator eating a scoop of mayonnaise out of the damn mayonnaise jar. I ate everything in the damn refrigerator. I said, oh God, I'm fat enough. I can't be sitting in front of the refrigerator every day. So that was out for me. But what are you going to say? I'd have my Long Island cocktails, but no, Terrah, I can't even have a cocktail. I wake up the next day. I don't know about you, but I wake up the next day, one drink, and I got a master headache. I can't do it.
The sugar crash. It's the crash. I know for me, I'm not a big drinker. I'm not a weeder. I don't do any of that.
Yeah, I can't.
I like girly drinks, you know.
Yeah.
I put sweetener in my wine because I don't like wine. So it's got to be, I like sweet drinks. But what happens is if I go out and I have a drink, it'll knock me out and then it'll wake me up at 2 o'clock in the morning with this.
Yes.
Energy. So
oh my God. I love the mocktails.
Yeah,
the mocktails, no alcohol, and I feel like I'm drinking a nice, pretty, flowery drink. So now I want to
like everybody else, like you belong, you know.
Yeah, I want.
The little cup, you know, you got your glass like everyone else. So that's
I want my flower and my umbrella, and I want something blue, some blue carousel. So, my God, we introduced you, and that. As somebody that almost seems, in my opinion, just not human, like on another plane of existence, right? Let's start off with you as a top 40 billing recording artist. When I watched your videos, Terrah, and I saw Soul Train, I was screaming because that was my jam back in the day.
Yes.
When we were little, we were like, yeah, Soul Train, woo! What were you doing on Soul Train?
Well, I was a recording artist. I was with the group entitled Altitude. We were 3-girl, group back in the 90s. And yeah, it's one of those things that you forget that it was so iconic, because as you do in your career, what I'm learning now as a full grown adult is that to pay attention to all those little times and all those little opportunities, because you're so busy chasing a thing that you forget to stop in the moment and realize, oh shoot, I just was interviewed by Don Cornelius. And in my interview, he flirted with me a little bit. He was playing, but it was very not like Don Cornelius. It was really, really one of the highlights, because that's something like you. We grew up doing the Soul Train line every Saturday morning in our living room, and then to one day be across from him and him asking you questions. It was pretty dope. It was pretty dope.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, my life could not go on if I did not see Soul Train. I think it was every Saturday.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Or Solid Gold with what was the other one with the big band with Dick Clark? I think it was.
Well, that was American Bandstand.
Yeah, there we go. I love that one too. Okay, so were you just on the one time, or
we went to promote? You promote your song.
Yeah.
And we did 2 songs that day, and then we were out. That's
Now, did that? Now, tell me. I always wanted to know. I am 99.9% sure you had to lip sync. So they played your song, right?
I think
I don't know why they came down on my boys Milli Vanilli when people were lip syncing.
Well, because we were lip syncing to our own voices. Apparently, Milli Vanilli was lip syncing to someone else's voice.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
However, I know when you were a bigger celebrity, I think Al Green was the first person who, because he was a name, who went on the show, said, no, I won't lip sync. So the bigger names got a chance to do live, from what I'm told. And then, us up and comings, no, you lip syncing. We ain't setting all that sound up and all that stuff. So no, you're playing your track. You better know your song and sing your song. So, yeah.
Oh, good. That solved it. Because I thought, well, what is the band behind the stage? Or, when you're little, you don't know, you don't understand what's happening when you're seeing people sing, but there's no instruments. But
we actually had instruments on the stage with us.
Oh, you were just
our instruments were on the stage with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I got it now. How would I, because the video did not play the music, so I didn't get to hear you. How would I actually find you in the group singing? Do you have any YouTube videos out?
Oh, you know what? Because that was in like the sizzle thing. Yeah, I think it might be on my YouTube page. Yeah, and if it's not, I can put it on there. I have it.
Please put it on, because I want to see
there's a snippet on there. There's a snippet on there. And my YouTube page is my name, Terrah Bennett Smith. So yeah, it's on that page. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't have that to add to I only had the 2 website addresses. So let's make sure that we do the Terrah Bennett Smith on the YouTube, because I didn't know you had a YouTube page.
Oh, I thought I added that in there. I'm sorry. You know, it's so much social media.
It's too much. It's too much.
Things.
It's too much. I know. I can't remember anything. Okay. So then you were also a Broadway performer. So I think I wanted to know what plays you were in. I think I saw with that Venus flytrap plant. What was the?
Well, that was Little Shop of Horrors. I actually did it off Broadway. I did that. I did what I did on Broadway was a play called Runaways. But I also did the Me Nobody Knows, which was a Broadway show. But I did that, the television version for Showtime, and James Earl Jones, Tisha Campbell. Who else that you might know? Because I did this show twice, and I did them both times with Tisha Campbell. The first time she was 11, and the next time she was 15, and she used to stay at my house all the time. So, so we became very close. But yeah, but we ended up doing the television version of that for Showtime. So I did that one. That was a Broadway, and then Little Shop. I actually didn't do the Broadway version. I did that out here though, which was
okay. Okay. So how now? It is very, very difficult to get a part on Broadway. I mean, you know, they have people auditioning around the block, right? It is pretty much a situation where you have to be a triple threat times 3, or you have to know someone. So it's nepotism, or you have to be extremely talented. How the heck did you get that role on Broadway?
You know, I auditioned my manager at the time, and I was a triple threat for most of my life because I grew up in New York. You know, you gotta dance and fly kites and sing and rollerblade and, you know, bike ride and hopscotch, everything you got to do at one time. So yeah, I kind of grew up as a triple threat. Dancing was ironic. It was funny because I never considered myself a dancer, although I can, because I have a lot of personality. So you never really paid attention half the time to what I was doing, because if you did, you'd realize that. But I got cast as a dancer a lot. So some people thought I was a dancer, some people thought I was a singer, some people thought I was just an actress. And you know, you just went wherever the auditions were, because that's how we made our living, you know? Yeah.
And so what was it like for those who are aspiring to one day be a Broadway performer, but are still doing community theater? What's the jump? How big is it? How different is it?
If I could tell you that, then we'd all have a formula that we all could do. You know what I mean? Because that's the same formula as when you think about what's the jump between doing a guest star role to a series regular? What's the jump between doing anything?
Yeah.
I don't have an answer, because I think sometimes it's just timing, it's just opportunity, it's just preparation. You know, preparation, obviously, they say will keep you there. But, you know, I don't have an answer for that. I was one of those people that was so, and I guess I still am, I'm so driven that if I say, okay, today we're going to paint this whole building and then we're going to go up there and we're going to do a show. People will call me because they know Terrah's going to figure out how to get the show up on the roof after she paints it, and she's going to have a whole cast up there and a crew shooting it. So that's just my nature, you know. However, I wish I could tell you this thing that you could do. All you have to do, I would suggest, is that you continue loving every opportunity to the fullest. If you're doing community theater, then embrace that, because the truth is, we all want Broadway. I didn't really aspire to be on Broadway. Because I'm from New York, so Broadway meant that I couldn't hang out with my friends when they were going out for the weekend. So I was the only one on stage, and you know, Monday nights, I'm like, hey, anybody want to do anything? It's Monday. I had off. No one else had off. Nobody wanted to do anything. So me being from New York, most of my friends were New Yorkers, and they were not in the business. So I didn't get to hang with them. So Broadway for me was kind of like, oh my God, I can't do anything with my friends. Now I'll take it in a second and enjoy it. You know, so, but I would suggest to anyone out there who's really pursuing, first of all, you got to be prepared. You know, you got to do everything you can to be prepared for whatever that show is. Understand it, understand the music. If it's a musical, if it's a drama, whatever it is, you need to know it. Don't walk in there singing a legit song when they want a belt song. You know, you got to know what fits you and make sure, because I had a friend of mine back in the day who would, she's a very legit singer. And she would get so mad because they would want belters and she would go on there and sing a movie. And they would be, okay, thank you. And then she would say, well, one day my singing's going to be in. You know, it's like, you can't get mad. That's not what they're looking for. So just be prepared. Know, like in any audition, know what you're going in for and be prepared for that particular role. Study the characters, study the show, and, you know, and that's all. There's nothing else, because so much nepotism's in this business. You could be the best thing in the room, we've seen recently, and they don't call you because they got a mama, sister's, brother's, cousin, uncle, aunt who's going to put in $10,000. You know,
it's so true. That's true. It's not meant to be discouraging, but that's the reality. And I really like that you're giving the reality of the situation, because, you know, so many people
caught up in thinking. But the other thing is, yes, the reality, but people have made it there. So that's also a reality, that no matter what I'm saying, you know, that this is the hardcore side of it. But so many people have been on Broadway. So many people have broken down those barriers. That means you can too. All I'm saying is be prepared when you go in. You know, be prepared when you go see an agent. Be on time. You know, be excited to be there. You know, be excited to be a part of it. And then that energy will bring other things your way.
That's true. Don't be, what is that saying? Check your attitude at the door. Yeah.
Check it at the door.
We don't want that.
Now, and don't think you're bad, you know, because some people come from, you know, when you're a big fish in your little pond in your little town.
Yeah.
You know, you're this big fish and everybody's blowing up your ego so that you're so fabulous. You're the best thing. And then you come in, you think you're fabulous. And then that carries, people don't want to work with you.
Yeah. I just had my friend Michael Orland on the show a couple weeks ago. He was the musical director on American Idol for 16 years. Mm-hmm. So I was telling him, I said, you know, what happened behind the scenes to the people who found out that they weren't that big fish in the little, they're a little pond coming out here to LA. Did they have meltdowns and stuff? And most of them, oh my God, it was out of their conceptualization that they weren't the best thing since Campbell Soup.
Yeah, and it's very hard. It's a big, you know, this business, man, this business is no joke. Not the business. You know, there's so many talented people in this world. And now with social media, you get to see.
Yeah.
You get to see them, whether, you know, before we'd have to wait for what's that other singing show? They used to
The Voice.
Before The Voice.
X Factor.
Before that, was it Ed McMahon had a show? What was that?
Star Search.
Star Search, yeah, that kind of thing. So we'd have to wait for those kind of shows before we got a chance to see some of the talent. But now you just scroll down your YouTube and you find people are becoming famous because they're so fabulous. So you know, it's a very hard pill to swallow that you may not be the best, you know, the best cookie in the bunch.
It's true. And you know, Terrah, I was saying to Michael, I said, is it possible that everything that has been done? I mean, have we seen every type of singer? Because right now I'm not seeing anything new. Like Adele came on, I was like, wow. You know, Fantasia Barrino, wow.
Whitney was another wow.
Whitney, Mariah Carey, they all brought something unique and special.
And you know what I think? And this is just my opinion, so y'all can squash it. But I think that that's the detriment of social media, that we mimic and we copy. So we lose our individuality because we're looking, I want to look like that. I want to have that body. I want to have that. Oh, I'm going to do those runs like that. I'm going to do this like that. Instead of, you know, when you don't get to see that, you're just you. And then you present you to the world. So I think that perhaps some of that has to do with the fact that you get to mimic. We're mimicking everything.
Yeah.
We're mimicking everything now.
I know.
And the longevity people were the people who were unique. The Princes, the Michaels, the Patties, they were all so interesting.
It is true. But I just hope there's going to be some more surprises on the horizon, because as of now, everything, I just don't. Terrah, I have not liked any band since One Direction, and that was 2010. Of course, I'm obsessed with Harry Styles. Like, that is my fantasy, man. Like, I would kill a bitch for Harry Styles. I'd be like, what do you want me to do, Harry? Harry? I'll do it, Harry. Rob a bank. I'm on it. But having band-wise, and of course, the Backstreet Boys were different because they danced with One Direction. They were beautiful and they sang, but no dancing. So I haven't really seen any new bands, and we're talking like 2015 and nothing's come up. And then as far as singers, I just can't. Amy Winehouse was probably a unique voice. But Adele, I can't think of anybody that really has been recent that has that unique voice. I'm not talking about, oh, great, she can sing. I'm talking Mariah Carey. I'm talking Whitney Houston unique, right? And so I'm hoping there's somebody that's going to blow me away.
I live in the old school world of music. I love my old school music.
Yeah.
I love the songs. I love the musicality. I love that the writing, telling stories.
Yeah.
Having nobody in the booty and licking it and rubbing it and rolling it.
Yeah. Well, you know what they're doing now, Terrah. I was just talking to someone a couple of weeks ago on the show, and I said, are you aware that the studios are trying their best to incorporate AI as far they can do it? I don't know if you've heard some of the stuff that they're producing with AI. Now, it doesn't sound, of course, like real people, but it's really good.
Eventually it will. They're also doing that with films now. There's a whole guy down at, I want to say, the Tribeca Film Festival is doing a whole AI section. Everything's done with AI.
Oh, I hadn't heard
that. Sports or something is going to be screened this year. That's what I saw. I saw it came down one of those.
Wow.
So it's a sign of the times. Unfortunately for creatives, you don't know where you fit now. Where do I fit, and will I be able to do what I love to do and make a living at it? Or do I need to learn how to do AI and become an AI model?
Right. Yeah, when I saw the Star Wars movie, because Carrie Fisher had died a couple months before. No, I don't know how long it was before, but they used the AI.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I thought it was her. And then they used in the Indiana Jones movie, when they used Harrison Ford to look young, I could not believe it. And it's getting better and better and better and better.
It's only going to get better. Hey, maybe you can get an AI Harry.
I want an AI Harry. Of course, I want him to be 16 years old.
I'm
an old school pervert, Terrah. I don't want anybody over.
And you wear it well.
Thank you. He's almost, I think he's 30 he just turned 30. I'm like, okay, Harry, I might be slowing down. I'm looking for the next Harry Styles. I hope that they don't replace it, but I have a feeling, because it would save. Imagine how much money the studios would save having AI voiceover actors for the animation.
To people who make their living, it's like, now what do they do?
Yeah.
But it's going to be AI. Everything is going to be supermarket. So it's going to be interesting to see how we fare in this world when there's no job for anyone unless you know AI.
Yes.
Saturated. So they're still, it's a very scary time,
My husband showed me a YouTube clip, I believe, and it was this guy's channel where he was blown away by the fact that this guy put in play a rock song and make it sound like a rock song, but use the same verbiage for a country song and a blues song and this song. And I could not believe it. So the verbiage was, I can't remember verbatim, but it was, I'm a computer program. Yeah. I'm the future. Watch out. Yeah. But they made it sound like it was a hardcore rocker, like a Bon Jovi or a Mick Jagger, and the music sounded exactly like that. And then he was
they did it in 5 seconds.
But within seconds. So I could become a hardcore AI vocalist, even though I cannot even sing in tune, Terrah. So there's hope for people like me, but talented people, you're gonna have a problem. I'd get a second skill. You don't know. All right. So what now I have here that you are an award-winning director, writer, producer. So does that include actor as well? And if so, what did you win your awards for?
I do a lot of, as a director, I do a lot of director, producer, I do a lot of independent film. Because my passion's there. The subject matters are things that I can get behind. I like to do what I call projects that have a purpose.
Right.
As an actress, I do more network things, network and mainstream. But as a producer, director, now, although I'm looking to I'm supposed to be shadowing someone on a show, a director, to kind of see if I want to navigate those waters. There's something about, for me, doing independent film, because you just have so much more control, and you can hire the people you want to work with, as well as you can tell stories that they don't always tell.
Right.
And so, I just recently won another award for a project called The Next Girl through a company called V-Kind. And we're getting ready to do it was a shorter version of it, but we're getting ready to do the feature version, hopefully, coming up. So, I do things like that.
Okay. Yeah, I love independent film. I'm producer on all kinds of independent films, and we have won so many awards. One of the films that I was producer on, it won 36 film festival awards. I'm a film festival multiple award winner.
So you are the same, my sister.
I specifically love Christmas movies.
That is what I do too. It's my favorite, and I have one that I'm working on getting produced. It's like I have had this film. I wrote it so long ago, and a few years ago, more like 10 years ago, we had Betty White attached and all these people, and then the money fell out. But it's one of those things that I won't. Somebody would say, "Why don't you sell it?" It's like, I don't want to sell it. This is one I have to direct. This is my baby, and I watch Christmas movies now. I just watched them the other night. I am a Christmas movie junkie.
Do you know, during COVID in 2020, I watched it was 114 Christmas movies. I said there's something wrong with me.
Wait a minute. Was this during COVID Christmas time or just COVID period?
Oh, COVID period. Yes. So 2021.
The fact that there's 100 and something Christmas movies.
114. Yeah.
But out when it's not even Christmas time tells you saturated.
No, just Christmas time. Just in Christmas. Actually, I start watching my Christmas movies before Thanksgiving, so like a week before, and then it just goes all the way to the end.
You're better than me.
I love it. And I produced a wonderful little Christmas movie, and they're usually Christian-based films that I work on, but it was called #Blessed. That one we won 36 film festival for everything. And you know who did our music? Sir Earl Toon, from the original founder of Kool and the Gang.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Love him. Love that man. But yeah, he was our music guy. And now we're working on a new one called The Christmas Witch, but we're in the development state, pre-planning. We're actually, yeah, so it's going to be a while. And I think some of the scenes they're going to shoot in Germany. But I just love Christmas films. My goal is
to be in one. I have yet to be
in
too. Everyone, I want to be in a Christmas movie. Put me in a Christmas movie.
Oh my God, we have the same dream. Okay, so my friend Alan Hooper was on the show. He's A-list casting director. He cast for Modern Family and Superior Donuts, and now he's casting for Frasier. And he said, well, Priscilla, I'm sad to tell you, but we just wrapped our Christmas episode on Frasier. I said, are you kidding me? How many times have I said, please, I just want to be an extra. I don't even need a line. Just get this face up in there. I could even do Santa Claus because I think I'm at the weight to do Santa Claus now. What are you gonna do? But so you and we are in a competition now. First one has to let the other one know who gets in a Christmas film, right?
Well, if you hear something, we need to let each other know. Because I'm all about pulling a friend along. If I miss something, I'm like, come on, girl, there's Christmas movies happening. Let's go make it happen.
Right. And the competition will be whoever gets there first has to treat the other one to a mocktail.
A mocktail. Yeah, there you go.
Are you in LA? Do you live in LA? Oh, well, then we're definitely going to meet now.
Are you
I'm in LA. Yeah, we're in LA. We've been
part of the LA world.
Downtown LA.
Okay, cool. I'm on the other side, but it doesn't matter. That's why we have cars.
Why? Are you real far? Are you
I'm in Woodland Hills area.
Oh, okay. Oh, that is far. Oh, I hate to put anywhere past Woodland Hills. See, I have so many friends that live in Simi Valley, and it's like you are not getting me to see.
No, Simi Valley is further out than me. It takes me. Yeah, that's further out. That's even further out from me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put you on my invite list because I don't know if Beatrice told you, but I throw parties nonstop. I am the social butterfly. I throw theme parties, 1920s, 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
And you have wardrobe for it all.
Wardrobe. You cannot come without being.
And I have wardrobe for them all.
Yeah.
You have a party and I'm not invited. I'm going to be.
Yes. I'm gonna hire you to perform.
There you go. My girlfriend calls me. She says,
because my parties. Go ahead. We're having overlap.
I know, because we have the same.
We're so excited.
My girlfriend calls me the facilitator of fun. She said, Terrah, wherever you go, people get up dancing. They will ask me to come just to make sure people will dance and have a good time. Because when I come, if you're playing music, why are we sitting down? Come on, I get everybody on. You know, over here by me at the Topanga Social, the Topanga Mall, they set up this whole new social area. So they have bands that come to the food court area, the high-end food court area. So I'm in the food court area partying. I said my life has been reduced to partying in the food court.
I don't care where you are. There is no place you're going to stop me from getting my rock on.
That's right. That's right.
I can cabbage patch it out now, honey. I don't know. I threw my neck out last time I tried that. It's not like back in the 80s. Because when I was young girl, every guy was hot on my trail, and I would be on that dance floor because I was a looker back in the day, and they would be wanting to dance. So I would be on the dance floor for maybe 4, 5, 6 songs nonstop. So I can do. No, I'm from Connecticut, East Coast.
Which part?
Monroe in East Fairfield County. It's where we born.
And then I'm a New Yorker. So, and I did shows in Connecticut.
Yeah, and then I went to Maryland. I moved to Maryland. I went to Towson State University in Maryland, and then I met. I don't know if you remember this movie Arthur with Dudley Moore. Do you remember that? in New York City. Yeah. So I met him, and he said to me, he was not many people.
Us or Dudley Moore?
Dudley Moore. Okay. Not many people know that he was a classical pianist. So he had come to Maryland to play a concert at the Joseph Meyerhoff Symphony Hall, and he was staying in a hotel. And my girlfriend, she was a 6 foot tall, blonde, blue-eyed goddess, like a Viking, and he was so in love with her. When he saw her, he went crazy. So he followed her all around the hotel, and she's like, well, I cannot entertain you. I'm off duty. I'm going to see my friend Priscilla. She's directing the Grapes of Wrath community theater, just community. And he said, well, can I come with you? So he came to the play, and that's how I met him. And then I asked him, I said, well, I'm going to be graduating college, and I want to know, should I go to New York and pursue theater, or should I go to California? So God bless him, Terrah, 3 sheets to the wind, but he gave some advice. He said, well, I tell you what, I'm going to give you the best piece of advice. He said, I own a restaurant called 72 Market Street in Venice Beach. If you come to LA, you'll get free ribeyes and Dom Perignon for the rest of your life. I said, son, LA, here I come.
Did you get your ribeyes?
I came, yes, I did. He honored his promise. I got my ribeye, my Dom Perignon. He, when I came out here, I decided to go to UCLA for the extension courses for film, how to learn how to, because I thought I wanted to be a television director. Mm-hmm. So I came out here to go to UCLA. And once I went in the class, I said, oh, hell no. I don't want to learn about the camera. I don't want to learn this and that. And I just want to direct, but you can't just do that. And unfortunately, Terrah, I had this guy as a teacher. I won't mention his name, but he said, wait till you hear this. He said, so there were only 3 females in the class. The rest were male. And he said, well, I just want to start this class off by telling you, if you happen to be female in this class and you think you're going to be a director and you're going to be directing big action films and this and that, he said, the most you will ever do is direct rom-coms. I was like so discouraged, Terrah. And now look at it. Now take that. And then I was so impressed when Mimi Leader came out with that big, huge action film. But it was very, very discouraging. But yeah, so I came out here in 1992. Yeah. So I've been out here since 92, a long time. So, what are you going to do? Back to you. I don't want to talk about me. All right, let's talk. Now, you apparently had your own talk show on the Fox network.
It was brief. It was short-lived. But Kevin Meaney and myself, it was called All About You. And in front of a live audience. And, we shot about 7 of them. I don't even know where they went after that. We shot, I think, about 7 of them. And then, I don't know. I know I have footage of it, but that's all. But Kevin Meaney, I know we would sit and we would chat. And then I don't remember the whole thing because it was when my twin boys were toddlers. Because I remember I was telling a story about how one used to like to eat off the ground. He would throw his food on the floor and then eat the food off the floor. But so it was, it was called All About You. And I looked back at one of the tapes and one of the guests were Cat Williams before he was Cat Williams. So was it just like, is that Cat Williams? The comedian Cat Williams, the comedian?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, we used to talk about something that had something to do with relationships.
Okay.
We were talking about, and I don't really remember, to be honest.
Well, that's pretty big, though, for you to have gotten off.
Yeah,
How did that happen?
I just auditioned. It was just an audition. And I remember they had so many of us there. And I was like, oh, my God, these women are so beautiful and blah, 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 blah. You go through the whole thing. And I waited about a month, and then they said, okay, you booked it. And then we shot, and it was a lot of fun. And he was so sweet. He passed away, I think, a few years ago, Kevin Meaney. It was a hell of a comedian. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So I've kind of, I'm one of those people who've actually done pretty much everything that there is to do in this business. And still no one knows who I am. I laugh at that all the time. It's like, my friend said, you are the most accoladed, non-famous person. Every from recording artists to Broadway to guest starring, series regular, pilots, directing film, producing film. I didn't maybe do a few film, nothing major. That's my next thing, is a major motion picture.
Yeah.
Having 3 kids, writing for television, writing independent. That's my thing. Writing TV, creating TV. I just done everything that there is to do.
I'm exhausted just thinking about the
and
time.
Yet you still don't know who I am. Tell this to this business.
But when I saw your face, you have a face that's so familiar. Even if people don't know who you are, they go, "Don't I know her?" You have a very, familiar face. You're so beautiful. We probably think, "Oh, she's a runway model," or a soap opera star, right?
No, but I was in General Hospital for a while.
Oh, you were? Were you on?
Called Electra. She was a Jamaican voodoo woman or something like that. Yeah, she was fun. She was a lot.
I would love to do a soap. That would be so nice. I'm not an actor though. What would I do? I don't know. I have no interest. I have no interest.
You get in front of this podcast all the time, and now so enough enough how to handle yourself.
Yeah. When I first started out, when I was going to UCLA, one of the people we met at a networking party, Jimmy Kimmel. Remember Jimmy Kimmel?
Yes, I love him.
Oh yeah. So one of it was a party where he was, and one of the people said, you have to, if you want, because I said I don't want to be a director anymore. I want to be a producer, and I want to produce film and radio. And he said, well, you need to start out being a background extra and learn every single thing there is. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that then. So that's what I started doing. And I loved it, Terrah. Oh my God, I loved it because I'm not good at memorizing lines, right? So I remember in the class, I'd have a line and somebody said, Priscilla, you were meant for sitcom. Why can you not focus and learn how to memorize lines? And this is a friend who's an A-list casting director. He said, Priscilla, I would get you cast on so many shows right now. Why? I can't do it. I get stressed out. I feel anxiety. I can't memorize the lines. If it's one word, I'm good, Terrah. If it's a sentence, you're pushing it.
Well, maybe you can find a brand as the sitcom reaction girl.
A reality, yeah.
No, not reality, on a sitcom where whatever sitcoms you go on, they know that you're going to give them the reactions. So they say, so you cut to Priscilla and she give you the eyes or the look.
I'm going to give you yeah.
That's your thing.
That's it. I can do that.
You got to react. Create your own brand.
Oh my God, I like that idea. I like that.
That would be your brand. Reaction.
Yeah, I can do reaction shots. Now I got to wait for the impresario to come to figure out that that's something that I could do. Like I could do
you
it.
Have to do it on anything that you do. Anytime somebody invites you on anything, you give your reaction. You create it. Don't wait for them to come. Create it.
I love it.
Because you have the best, like when I'm talking to you now, all of these little things, how you came on chewing your gum, you just Priscilla.
Or into a cough drop now. Oh. Yeah. Well, I worked, I'll tell you real quick. I I went when I was pursuing my background actor career because I was getting cast in everything because, they'll just hire you. You're a background actor, pay you nothing. I'd be lucky if I get a damn hot dog and a bag of chips, but I didn't care. I just wanted to learn what was going on the set, right? I wanted to know. I didn't care. Brought my own shit in my purse, brought my own lunch because you're lucky if you get a hot dog on those sets with the independent films. So back in the day, I went to an audition, Terrah. I didn't know what it was for. I answered it. I don't even know how I got it. I think Actors Access. No, maybe not. No. What was the name of that paper that you used to look in? Backstage West. Yes. I called and auditioned for what I thought was, it was the blue toe woman or woman with blue toe. So I called and the guy's like, yeah, come down, got the address. I went in to audition. Who the hell is sitting in behind that audition table? Who I met for the very first time, and we've been friends since. David Schwimmer from Friends. Remember him? He was on
yes.
And I said I wasn't even focused on, because I watched Friends maybe one time. That wasn't a show I really liked, but I knew him, right? Because my cousins were obsessed with it. And I said, of course, oh, you're that guy that's on that show. What the hell is it called? I know there's people. And I don't, and he said, Friends? No, it's not it. That's and he's like, oh, okay. And he said, well, when you find out, let me know. Oh my God, it was the most embarrassing.
Hilarious.
But do you know what? He cast me for that damn movie. It was called Humanoid, and I got cast as the blue-toed woman. And I even got a line because it was supposed to be just a woman with a shot of her toe that's blue. He said, I have to have you speak. So he had them write me like one line.
And that's it. Personality, man.
And he's lovely. And then we find out that our birthdays are the same day. I'm November 12th. I'm Scorpio, and so is he. What sign are you, by the way?
Cancer.
Oh, so we're in the same triad in the water signs. Yes, Scorpio, Cancer, and so we got along very, very well. And I just have had such a journey. Weird things have always happened to me. I ended up getting an agent, even though I wasn't looking for one. He called me up and he said, he was from New York. He said, so my friend told me that you want to be an actress. I'm like, no, but what do you got? And he said, I want you to go on an audition. And he sent me the address. I go over to the LA Opera. I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing here? I don't sing opera. And it turns out it was an audition for a supernumerary part, which is like an extra in opera. But it was for the opera called Der Rosenkavalier. Well, I'm riding with this guy coming up in the elevator, and he has on this fringe hippie jacket. And I said, oh my God, that's just like they wore in the 60s. Is that authentic? And then we're talking, and then he's talking, and he's saying that. And then next thing you know, I go in this room. There's like 100 people in this room. I said, oh my God, they're not going to make me sing. Because my agent, I'm not going to mention his name, God bless him, he would send me to things. I wasn't even qualified. Singing auditions. He would send me to things I wasn't even.
He just threw anything against.
He just wanted me to go because they're supposed to have, agents are supposed to have a certain amount of people that they send. You know, that's a whole different story. But so I went and I'm standing there. All of a sudden, the guy who comes out, Terrah, it was the guy I was in the elevator with, and he was the director. And he cast me as the widow. That was the character name, the widow in the Der Rosenkavalier. So most of the parts I've gotten have been completely by accident, but they were so fun.
There's never any accidents. Everything's aligned perfectly as it's supposed to be.
Well, there's been so many stories, but it's got to be about you. I could talk to you for a million years.
So that's why you got to invite me to your party.
That's right. You are so in. You are so in, girl. All right. So you were also a mentor and a motivational speaker. What topics did you?
Well, the mentor, I do a lot with young people. One of the things, I have 3 kids. I have a set of twin boys and a daughter. Daughter's older. And one of the things I told them, I said, you need to start a business before you're 16. Now, it doesn't have to be successful. But what it does, it teaches you how, it exercises muscles that most of us, don't get to utilize because we don't know how, right. Especially when you come from a creative background, and my husband at the time, who's still my very dear friend and family, we are both creative people. So, our kids they kind of melt in the creative world. So I said, I want you guys to start a business. It doesn't have to be successful, but what it will teach you is that how to take nothing and turn it into something, and how to run something, and how to be creative, and how to think out of the box. So when no one's hiring you, or you think no one's hiring you, and you look around your house and you go, well, shoot, I got 12 pair of tennis shoes you got a shoe store. Bam. Yeah. But those are exercises that you learn by being creative and starting your own business. So my sons, they always had a little business since they were, I would say, kindergarten, first grade. They would get up in the morning and they would collect things around the house, put it on a table, and they say, the store is open. And we have to go buy back things that we never even paid for in the first place. So that was their first business. And then they had then they did a lemonade stand, not even a stand, a lemonade in the garage with, it was so bad. I had to go run tell all the neighbors. I said, look, you can buy the lemonade, but do not drink it. They would find water bottles under the old tires and pour water in with the powdered lemonade and soak it up. And they would love, and line it up. People, my neighbors would come and buy the lemonade. I said, throw it out.
Oh, drink it.
A little business. So one of the things that they did, that they decided when they were 14, the business that they really wanted to start was a film festival. Yeah. So I mentored all the kids. They had the CNC Teen Hollywood Film Festival that ran for about 6, 7, 8 years. From the time they were 14 to the time they almost turned 20. And it was one of the best festivals for teens, run by teens. So I would get, you had to be between 13 and 19. And so that your films had to be made by kids those age, and then it had to be run by kids those age. So I would mentor how to run the business. So my sons, became these business, they were speaking everywhere, and people would come in, and I would mentor all these little kids. And then I went on to work with Yo Valley, mentor those young people. I mentor adults too, who want to get involved in the business, really teach. And I mentor parents, because some parents, they get the idea, oh, my child wants to be a star and star. And my thing is, teach your child, if you really want to be in the business, teach them the skills, because the skills will carry them. If you're that's public speaking, that's job interviews. That's my kids slam every job interview they go on, but they also have their own business. They slam it because of the tools that they will give them. So it's not just about, oh, we're going to be a star, I'm going to be a star, because guess what? Everybody's not going to get there.
That's right.
And the most talented people are sitting at home.
Yeah.
Some people sleep their way to the top. Others have nepotism, and some just find their way in. But you know what? If you don't have a you might be sitting at home watching, so that's the deal. So learn how to take those skills and parlay it into something that will benefit you in life. Right. I used to have a school with a friend of mine, Andrea, called Empowerment Arts Conservatory. And in the morning, the kids would take classes, dance, acting, and music. In the afternoon, they became production companies. So with the skills that they used in the morning, they had to now become a business and turn that into a business. So I'm all about empowering in that way. And through my workshops that I do workshops for women primarily about redesigning yourself, at any age. It's not time to sit down just because you hit 40, 50, 60, especially, people 50, 60, they're like, well, what do I do now? I missed my shot. So I do workshops. I'm getting ready to do another one called Rewrite Your Script. redesign your blueprint, rewrite your script. And that's kind of what my book is about. It's about redesigning. So I give people my journey, all the stuff I went through, how I, from abuse to everything else that I had to navigate and redesign my life so that I could be a better person. And that those things never go away. You learn to navigate them, and you have tools on how to manage them. That, those old little demons in our head, they don't go anywhere. We just know how to live with them and manage them so they don't run amok with us. So those are the kind of workshops I love doing, and I do them all the time.
And how would somebody find out about your next workshop? Do you have a website?
You follow me. My book is getting ready to come out, but yeah, just follow me on social media. I will be posting. We were supposed to do one in July, but we just had to push that date a little bit. But I'm getting ready to, hopefully somebody approached me to do one for a bunch of C-suiters. And which is interesting. You would think that C-suite people, women or men, had their stuff together, but we're all still navigating.
That's right.
Navigation. And, and people, there's so many people who have careers that they were, I don't even want to say forced into, but you kind of do because, I gotta get a good job. That's what I was taught, but I really just wanted to sing in a coffee shop, and now they feel like, okay, I'm too old to sing in a coffee shop. Why? Sing in a coffee shop. And trust me, I struggle with every new thing that I'm doing. Every new thing that I do, I go, oh my God, I got to put that out. It's not struggle. It's an uncomfortability. I'm very uncomfortable. Is that a word, comfortability? Anyway, I'm uncomfortable every time I do something new, but I jump because life is this long and this short. And you can sit here and talk about wish I could have, would have, should have, or just try it. Because even if they laugh at you today, they're going to forget about you tomorrow because somebody else is going to be in the news.
Yeah, that's true. Every second. Real quick, because I didn't know you had the YouTube channel. That's under your whole name, you said?
Terrah Bennett Smith, yes.
Okay, and what other social media sites do you have?
Instagram is I took the D out. It's all Terrah Bennett Smith. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
I'm trying to find you under Terrah Bennett Smith on Facebook. I couldn't find you.
Really? Because I should be there. I was just on it today.
Send me all of your links.
I thought I did. I put it all in there. Yeah, I'll resend everything. You want me to send?
Yeah, because I only had those two, and because I was trying to tag you.
Things under my name, but I'll send you the links. Okay.
Yeah, for all the social medias. Okay.
All of them.
Okay. All right. And so what is exciting for you is that you have recently become part of the C-suite. People don't know what the C-suite is. That is, for our audience, that's someone who's reached the C title, like CEO, CFO, CCO, and there's probably a whole bunch more. But tell us about you becoming the CCO, Chief Content Officer of a global entertainment company called Inyani.
So,
tell me.
Yes, this is exciting to me because I met the CEO, Michael Fisher, at an event and wasn't even thinking, I didn't even know what a C-suite meant because I was creative all of my life. So, and it's funny when I tell people recently about, they said, what's a C-suite? It's all the people who are creatives. No one knows, but the corporate people, oh yeah, C-suite. But anyway, so I met Michael Fisher, who's the CEO, at an event, and we just started talking, and I was trying to pitch him some of the projects that I had, and it just kept evolving from one thing to the next. And then the next thing you know, I'm helping him find talent for different projects and helping him with putting packages together. Because when you have learned and have an understanding of pretty much everything in the industry, when somebody asks you something, you can pretty much know how to figure out how to do it. And that's kind of what happened. And then they were doing some shifting within the infrastructure of the company. And they offered me CCO and partnership. So I'm now one of the partners and CCO of Inyani.
Wow.
And that's redesigning my blueprint. I redesigned my blueprint and I rewrote my script because I'm going to tell you something, Priscilla. Right before I met Michael, I was sitting in my bedroom and I said, I need bigger now. I need bigger, 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 bigger. And
bigger, better, bolder, better.
Being bigger, better, bolder, and better. That's right. And that's what we all need to be. Be bigger, bigger, bolder, and better. Wherever you think you are now, Be bigger than that. Be better than that. Be
That's
bold.
right.
Be better.
Try to do it. Try your best or die trying. Now, what are your job responsibilities as a CCO? What does one do?
Well, primarily as we're gearing up to do projects, I'm basically in charge of all the projects. I decide what projects, who we hire, anything on the creative end of the projects. I'm the person that you come to. I have to make the decision whether we even want to take this project on. When we take it on, who we're going to hire, all the stuff that they're project based.
And what we haven't talked about is what the company is. Isn't it a film production company?
It's a film production company, but Michael's background, because I know he was also on your show, and his background is music. So we do dabble in doing some concerts. But our projects are really like what I love, purpose driven. They have a purpose, and they're bigger budgeted projects, but all of them are stories that have not been told, but they're very commercial, but they're stories that have not been told. And they also teach, we learn a lot of history, because one of our scripts called Uprising, which is one of my favorites. I ended up co-writing it with Michael. I didn't at first, but then it needed some work, and he and I worked on it together. But I was reading it going, wow, this is so interesting. All of the history, and Michael is a history buff. He knows, I can't even keep up with half the stuff he just says. Sometimes my little creative brain just goes, okay, good to call me when you get to the end. Because, I left you a long time ago. Because he can rattle off that stuff like yesterday. And
I know we were talking about, we started talking about Milli Vanilli. I don't know how, but it turns out that he knows all about Milli Vanilli and the guy who was in charge. And then he brought up, there was another act. What was the name of that act that, see, Michael just right off the top of his head. It was a South African act. He was just, oh my God. He just went, I was like, wow.
He remembers all this stuff, I'm like, that kind of room in my head. But he's a brilliant man. And he's got a very, very, very big vision, very, very big. He's got a big passion and a big vision. So the company is growing, and it's exciting to see that it's kind of moving. So, there's going to be a lot of new things. And when I do a rom-com, I'm going to come get you.
Wow, a rom-com! You only if there's that 16-year-old now. I want him to sit on my lap. I want to be spanking.
Well, you know what?
That's my rom-com.
That's a different kind. We may not want to put that in the one we're doing. However,
that could be a rom-com.
That is a rom-com, all right. It's a comedy. It's a comedy rom.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's very impressive. I loved having him on. Now, the book, okay, it's Bigger, Badder, Bolder. Is it, wait a minute. Bigger, Badder, Bolder, Better? Yeah,
it's being bigger, badder, bolder, and better. It's us being bigger, badder, bolder, and better.
Okay, so first of all, what's the book about? Who's your target audience?
My target audience, ironically enough, it looks like it's gearing towards 30s to 50s-ish. Yeah, okay. Because when I speak and I talk about that seems to be my audience. And I have some 20s in there, but I think the book is really about how we get stuck and how it's important to basically, I take my life. I put myself through my own programs. Anytime I want to change something, I send myself through a program that I create to redesign my life. So I looked at the correlation between the different parts of my life, and I call them acts. So first act was when you're young, when you're living with your parents, and everything, kind of the blueprint that we have was given to us. What we eat, what we don't, how we say things, whether we think we're pretty enough is because somebody said you were. And then all of those beliefs, that blueprint comes into manifestations. All of a sudden now you're getting a little bit older, and now you're, if you were told you're beautiful, you walk in beautiful. If you're told that you're not so pretty, you walk in feeling not so pretty. If you're told that you're fat, or if you're told that you're skinny, if you're told that you're extra smart, whatever it is, that blueprint that was set is what we carry with us to the next part of our journey. To the next part of our life. So I do the correlation, taking you down my journey so you can see how I started to oh my God, if I don't fix this stuff that's in this blueprint that was given to me, this part of my life is going to be what carries me to the next part. So I started looking at my life in acts. There's 3 acts. There's the beginning act, the middle act, and then this act. So the first act is the blueprint. The next act is looking at the correlation. Okay, now what are we going to do about it? And then I started to see the stuff manifest, the good and the not so good, because of the habits and the belief systems. So I had to now, when I got over here to the third, I go, okay, we need to rewrite this script. Yeah. We need to write the script of the life that you want. You need to redesign this blueprint, or you will be traveling down this road. And I noticed it because I went through an abusive situation. My mother went through an abusive situation. And I really started to see the correlation between what my little girl brain had thought was real and thought was something that we should do and have in our lives as being an abuse. It became the norm for me. And I didn't know that I had to have that situation because I didn't understand it. It's just what I attracted to me. So at that point, I had to go, okay, either you're going to fix this or you're going to move to your next part of your journey, and that's going to be part of it. So it's really about rewriting. So it's a workbook, exercises, and I do the same thing in my workshops. And women have so much fun because they get to create lives that they never even thought was still in them. And one of the ladies, she's a doctor's wife, she said, it changed my life. She says, I didn't even realize that I could still go for something. I was like, oh, well, I'm too scared. She said, but by the time I was done with this, I knew what I needed to do. And I knew, because we played so much and we bullshitted so much, oh, maybe we didn't, that it became real to her and having a real feeling, then all of a sudden she could jump and go for it. So that's kind of what the being bigger, badder, bolder, and better is about.
Wow. Now, where is, has it come out yet? And
no, it hasn't come out yet. I'm debating right now because I've never done this. So I'm talking to a friend who has some publishers, but I'm debating whether to go independent with it and just deal with the workshop. Self-publish, but it's so much work you got to do. And that is the part that I go, ugh. But I think I'm taking a couple of workshops and things, and the gentleman who teaches people how to self-publish and really make money at it and grow their brand. So what I'm doing is really tying it to my workshops so that now it kind of has its own audience. Hopefully it's going to take on the life it's supposed to take on, so just opening it up and being prepared. It's going through its last proofing and checking and all of that stuff. So.
Right. What software are you using to write it? Okay. You're so funny. I love that look.
Well, a friend of mine who published a couple of books, he came in and he gave me something. And he says, put it in here. Now, and I put it in there. So now it's in there, but I don't know what it is. So but when I get to the next phase, I'm going to start working with people who've done it because my brain doesn't even want to do that.
It's very hard. It's very difficult to write a book. Yeah. And there also is an option for you to get a ghostwriter. Now, that's not somebody who's going to make up your story.
No, the
it's
book
just
is
somebody.
Written.
Yeah. You know what ghostwriting is, right?
Yeah, but my book is written because I'm a writer.
Writing. Okay.
I don't need a writer. Okay. I just need a proofreader and all that.
Editor.
My daughters that's what she does. So I got other people.
Okay.
Yeah, the book is ready for the next final
Are
stage.
you sending it out? Because I know that people who write books send their query letter out, right?
I have someone who's helping me with that. Just in case. So I have that side and I have the indie side working.
I had a friend, God rest his soul, he's passed on now, but he was a writer. One of the most amazing, unique people I have ever come across. My God, I've never met anyone like him, but he was a hardcore writer. And what fascinated me was he had on one wall of his apartment. Now, you know, a wall is pretty big.
Yeah,
He turned it into his wall of rejection. All the rejection query letters he posted them right in his wall. They were like all the way to the ceiling, to the floor, the whole damn wall. And then last he left off, he was working on his second wall. And I said, God bless you.
Published?
He eventually did he's dead now, but God bless you. He died. He got drunk and fell in a swimming pool and died face down because I swear that. And he had made a film. His book was turned into a film. And he was just ready to make that pop. And he just liked the vodka too much, Terrah. He could kill a bottle of vodka, a whole fifth in a day. And yet he could pump out a novel.
Probably how he wrote so much because he was, he probably realized that freed him.
He really did. He had like ADD or ADHD, I'm not sure, but he had to use alcohol to mellow him out because he was wired all the time. He could pump out a whole novel in like a month, and he was extremely intelligent. Whoa, wow, he knew about everything, and he could quote passages from Shakespeare, and he knew passages from all the great authors, Hemingway and Bukowski and this and Steinbeck, and it's a shame and a disgrace that man got drunk and fell in a pool and drowned. I will never ever understand. And he wrote this book called he used to be a professional wrestler in Chicago. So he wrestled with all the the great wrestlers, and then he said, you know what, I've changed my mind, I want to become a writer. So he was at the height of his career, winning those WW whatevers, and he decided to, like you said, he rewrote his script, moved to LA, got his degree from UCLA and became a writer, and ended up writing film script. Are you familiar with the movie Jeepers Creepers? It's a horror film. Okay. So he was one of the script writers on Jeepers Creepers. Wow. Yeah, and he wrote one called Blood on a Page. So anyway, he was very talented, but what are you gonna do? God bless him. All right, so you are now, what title is this? The new film. I love the title, The Wright Turn, with a W, W-R-I-G-H-T. Why is it written like that? There's always a reason.
Yes, there is.
Your title.
So the character is a series called The Wright Turn that I did with Tess Cacciatore. And the long of the short is Tess is also a director, writer, producer, everything. And she had an opportunity to do a short for a competition. And so, she was mentoring some young people to do shorts for this competition, but it was for a network that the demographics were like 40, 50. And she's like, well, why do they have these young kids? They're not writing anything for the demographics. Yeah. So she decided to throw her hat in the ring and came up with this idea. And so I wasn't acting at the time. I took a break, but I said, hey, I want to act. I'll come in and be the lead. So the character was this woman who turned 50, and she was an empty nester and trying to find herself again. She was divorced, empty nester, and she was going to Italy to find the best tiramisu in Italy. So that was the premise. But she never submitted it because something happened with the whole thing. I think whatever. So the project sat on the shelf for a year, and I said, we should turn this into something. So it evolved from La Dolce Vita, that was the name at the time, to My Sweet Life, to The Wright Turn. The character's name was Celeste Wright Turner. And she is a publicist for people who want to change their lives, So she's also an empty nester. She married 10 years, got divorced because her husband cheated. They were college sweethearts. And he ended up started messing with his assistant. And, but then now 10 years later, he's back. Now she's trying to find himself. And here he comes, because he realized the cute little thing ain't cute no more. And he really wants his wife and his family. So that's kind of what, so she, my clients were, I don't know if you know Isabella Hoffman. She was, she was in one of the leads in Dear John. She's plethora of credits. She was, but she's also, so Isabella Hoffman, Bill Catt. Bill Catt was our Greatest American Hero, the star in that. Believe it? Yeah.
Oh, believe it or not, I'm walking up there. I can't believe it. Yeah, that was one of my favorites. Oh, is he in it?
He plays one of my clients. Tisha Campbell is a dear friend. Christopher B. Duncan from the Jamie Foxx show and some other show he's on now. He plays a lieutenant. So it's just, we shot 8 episodes independently. And we only have 4 out right now. And so my character's a star. I said, you know what? I've had too many pilots and too many holes. I'm going to create my own series. I want to be and Tess and I sat down and we pieced it together and, called some great talent and voila.
Son of a bitch. I threw a Grammy party at Jamie Foxx's house in 2019.
Oh, wow.
December 26th. He's very good friends with a Hawaiian lady named Amy Hanalana. I can't, oh God.
Hanalana.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it. But so she has been nominated for a Grammy 6 times for world music.
Wow.
So she and Jamie went to school together. And so she said, we can throw the party at Jamie's house. So I invited everybody who's in the business, who works for Capitol Records and all my, connections, because, when you're nominated, it's best to schmooze and network with people who are bored of. So I have friends that work at Capitol Records, and so I threw the party at Jamie's house, and it was so much fun. But so you said that name, and I was like, oh my God,
he played Braxton.
Yeah. Wow. So this, where is this airing?
4 episodes right now on Tubi. You can see that the Wright Turn. Yes.
It's on the Wright Turn on Tubi. Okay. Love Tubi.
Yeah, they have some good stuff, and they're doing some changes.
They do.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they come out now, because it's almost like you wonder if they're doing this bait and switch, which a lot of the networks do. The CW did that with a lot of the black shows back in the day. They had then all of a sudden they upgraded, so to speak, and then they started cleaning house. So I hope Tubi, doesn't do that, because it's really a good platform for people.
Oh, it really is.
People to have a place to put their things.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it comes down to, because I have friends that work on these platforms. I have friends that work on Netflix, and they said that it all comes down to, bottom line is bottom dollar. Who's purchasing the films, who is, or if they're free, how many people are watching it, what are the analytics. So you have to constantly be promoting the project and keep people watching, because they only allot a certain amount of time on Tubi and Freebie and Crackle and all that, and then they're going to pull it if it's not getting views consistently. So that's why my tip for people who have shows on these channels is never stop promoting them, even though it may have been a year or 2 years. If it's still on the platform, keep promoting it, because if you're not getting the views, they're going to pull it and they won't put it back. So that's it. Next thing you know, that's it. So constantly be promoting if you are on that platform. Well, as soon as we finish this interview, I'm going on Tubi and I'm watching The Wright Turn.
Well, I'd love for you to.
And I can't wait. Well, it has come to that time where we are ready. Albert, are you ready? We are ready to watch Terrah's video clips. So we're going to play 3 of them. The first one is going to be the PR trailer. The second one is going to be the director's reel. And the third one are the actor's reels.
And it's probably been updated since I talked to you last. But whatever it is perfect.
So when we come back, we're going to talk about the video clips because I saw so many performers. There were some I can't remember, but there were so many that I love, like Terry Crews. And I don't know, you'll have to tell me which Wayne in it is because I know there was a Wayne and I saw, and Tisha Campbell. And I want to talk about them. And then there were some other people. But without further ado, let's watch Terrah.
Darling. Hello, Mother. Well, Kenneth texted me, said he was doing some last-minute business in his study, and he thought that I should check on you.
I'm fine.
Listen, tonight is a big night, okay? So don't let a little spat ruin it for everyone.
I don't want to drink, and I certainly don't want that.
Sweat. Just be natural. No, you're not sweating. Just smile. Oh, it's plastic. Don't say that. Wait. Before you say anything, I just want you to know you are so fine.
Bonjour, mi amor.
Girl, be fresh.
My name is Jean-Claude Lee.
Oh, wow. That's okay.
Oh, you're so crazy.
Okay.
Bitch, I'm a liar. We have all these people coming here today, and you want to call me a liar. Especially when I'm supposed to be in a good mood.
No.
Preston Scott.
Oh, how you doing, Mr. Jones? That's you.
Yeah, that's me. You're just the man I want to see.
I sniff underarms.
Oh, you are crazy. Beauty, brains, and humor. I love it. I love it.
Crawl my way to the finish line. I won't let my scars stop my shine. No. I have had my share of wear and tear. Won't stop me from getting there. No. One step at a time. Nothing's overnight. I can make it out. I can see the light. I'm making the right. I'm making the right. I'm making the right turn.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Woo! Wright Turn? She's in the Wright Turn, right?
I told you we've known each other since she was 11.
Oh, I see. Well, that is
about relationships. You know, everything in this industry, like you're saying, it's relationships.
Yeah.
And when people like you and you love them and you've had their back, most of the time they show up. Every now and then they don't.
Yeah.
But let me clarify that there was no acting reel in there. The first one was just a kind of PR reel. The second one was my directing reel. And then the third one was the sizzle for the Wright Turn.
Yeah.
So wasn't in it.
Yeah. I noticed that. Because
was that in the director's reel, there's one show called Extraction that I co-directed with Shelley Robertson. We were producing, directing, starring in it. So she and I, so I don't want to take all the credit for that because if she was in the scene, she directed. If I was in the scene, if I was in the scene, she directed. She was in the scene, I directed, and then we co-directed some of the other scenes together. So I just want to
got it. Yeah. Well, I copied and pasted that, and it said actors reel, but as I was watching it, I realized that is not the actors reel. That is for the Wright Turn.
That's the opening credits. Which, if you got it, you can see how much I paid homage to that girl and Mary Tyler Moore. It has that kind of
it
does.
The hat
going up in the air. Yeah. Those were
oh my God! I wanted to see what else you were gonna wear. I'm like, God, this woman is a fashion plate.
Well, you know, it's so funny because when you do an independent, you get your clothes out your closet.
Yeah.
So for a long time, I couldn't wear any of my clothes because I was wearing them in the scenes and saying, well, you don't want to kind of put that out there. So that's my closet right there.
Yeah. Oh my God. And you got some dance moves, girl. I like you were backing it up. You were backing it up. I was like,
dance moves, my darling. You have to.
We're going to get on the dance floor at the next party, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
So I saw Terry Crews.
Right. That was for commercial for AIDS. That was like a PSA thing for AIDS. Him and Taraji. That was for that. That was done. I don't know. That was done out here. I don't remember the year.
Isn't he lovely? Isn't he wonderful? As we were speaking earlier before we were on the camera, I was talking to you about how my friend Ernest Lee Thomas was in. He was in Everybody Hates Chris, and he was Mr. Omar. Tragic. So he worked with Terry Crews and also Tichina Arnold. Oh my God, I love her. Do you know Tichina?
I know her too, yes. And her sister Zanae, who I was helping out with their foundation. They have a WeWin, it's called WeWin, and it's for lupus because her sister, who's her manager for years, has severe lupus. So she had a foundation, really trying to help others navigate it. Yeah. She's a beautiful. I just love Zanae.
Oh my God. Well, when she and Tisha Campbell were on Martin, I couldn't even get my breath with the three of them. They were so funny.
And then they did Little Shop of Horrors together. Where they
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They were the three singers. And then Michelle Weeks was the other one because Tisha and I and Michelle Weeks did the play together years ago in Connecticut. In Hartford, Connecticut. I think it was the Hartman Theater, wherever the Hartman Theater is.
Yeah, you're right. It is there. Wow. And then, okay. So the scene. What is her name? I think it's Robin something in the scene with Jean-Claude Lee.
You're talking about Robin. God, I just went left.
I can't remember her name either, but she had the blue dress on in the scene.
Yeah, Robin. What the heck is Robin's name? That's driving me crazy.
I know. Robin.
I keep wanting to say Robin Harris, but that's the male.
No, I would know it if I heard it, but I can't.
I'm going to tell you right now because it's driving me crazy now. And I feel so bad because she's the nicest person.
Yeah, real. She's so pretty too. Oh, but I have to talk about what the hell.
Robin Givens.
Robin Givens. Yes. Now, what was she was on 21 Jump Street? That's when I first came across her because I met Johnny Depp, and you know when my girlfriend Janet Brown was dating Johnny Depp's vocal coach. He was in a movie called Cry Baby, and they were shooting it in there. And so we got invited to the rap party, and that's when I got to meet Johnny Depp. And I was talking to him about, oh my gosh, so did you date Robin? And I knew her name back then, Robin Givens, yes, because we were all talking. It's another story, but anyway, she was on 21 Jump Street, so that's how I first saw her, and I remember her from that.
I run into her a little bit afterwards, but I haven't seen her in a while. But she was always so nice to me. I like when people are nice in this business, you know?
Yeah, there's so many that are not.
Yeah, the little monkey and the you know, and the.
Oh, they're on ego trips. I swear, big, huge star who ran into my girlfriend, and he said to her, he pulled that, do you know who I am? I hate when people say that. Don't you know who I am? Do you know who I am? It wasn't, what's his name? The Italian guy. This was a guy who was a star of he's a huge A-list star, but she just didn't know who he was, and something happened, and he said, wait, do you know who I am?
You're nobody. You're just another person.
Yeah, you're nobody. But anyway, that's how a lot of them are. You'd be surprised. They're heroes on the screen, and then when you meet them in person, they're not the nicest.
Yeah, but anyway, and you don't want to come across me because I really have. I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx, and she's still down there.
Yeah, you just have to be. You have to be. Always be professional and nice to people when you're starting, because the people that you meet on the way up are the same people you're going to meet on your way down.
And you know what? And sometimes you don't go down. Everybody don't go down, but still, it's about how do you want to navigate your journey?
Yeah.
You know, you want to be a person that when you're around, they feel happy to be around you. You want to be a dick. You know,
right now. What was going on in that scene when you rubbed your finger under your arm?
Oh, that wasn't me.
Armpit.
That
wasn't you?
No,
God, I'm like, what?
No. That I directed that movie. That's a movie I directed with Miguel Nunez, and I just saw her, Victoria Platt.
What did she do that for?
Yeah, there's a job called Armpit Sniffers. So the writer of that piece wrote in that this girl was an armpit sniffer. So she was doing this so that she can rub it on so he could smell her armpits, because that's a real job.
Is it really?
Yes.
I wouldn't put it past anything.
Yeah, people go around sniffing arms. I guess.
Well, there are people with feet fetishes. I was dating a guy for like 2 years. I didn't know he had a foot fetish. I was just wondering why he wanted to massage my feet all the time, and then he liked to spray them with whipped cream and lifesavers. I didn't know it was a fetish. I just thought he was. Yeah, he liked to put the lifesavers on my toes. Yeah, and then he'd lick them off. But I was like, well, I'll take the massage, but do we have to do all that spraying? He said it's all part of the process. So I tell my cousin one day, and she said, Priscilla, you are dating a freak show with a foot fetish. And I'm like, really? I didn't even think about that. No, didn't think. So armpit sniffer is
it's a real gig.
Surprise.
All of you unemployed people, anybody need a job?
You got a feeder and feedee where the men, I'm like, I'll be a feedee. Send me the food. I'll chop that shit up. And you can record it. How much you got? How much you got? How much you gonna give me? I'll eat some shit. But yeah, that's a whole profession.
Armpit sniffers.
They got all kinds
Live
of
you learn, huh?
You do, Terrah. You do. Well, I got to tell you, I have enjoyed this interview more than probably any interview, even with my Oscar nominees, my Grammy, my Tony Award winners. I have enjoyed this interview just as much.
Well, you probably say that to everyone.
No. Well, you can look back on my footage, and I challenge you to find it. You go ahead.
Kindred spirits, baby. We're kindred spirits. So, you think you're going to get away from me now, but.
Oh, no, now that you're living in LA. Well, we live right across from the Walt Disney Center and the LA Opera.
Oh, so you're there. I have a favorite restaurant over there called Allak. I go to all the time. It's a vegan, but it's the best tasting food.
That sounds very
right on off of First Street. And so I can walk
right by the LA Opera, and it's where the market. That's across the street, like it's half a block away.
Okay, and I go there all the time.
Well, there you go.
I used to go there. I love the food so much. I take everybody there, and then I was going once a week. It was ridiculous.
Ah, well, see, next time you're going to be in downtown LA, let me know.
Yes,
we'll do a lunch. As they say in the business, we'll do lunch.
We'll do lunch, my darling.
Oh my God. Well, let me make sure we get all of your sites. Please.
My name, Terrah Bennett Smith. YouTube.
Terrah Bennett Smith. Terrah. You can see it on the screen. Bennett Smith, and she is apparently, I couldn't find her, but I'm gonna look again. Terrah Bennett Smith on Facebook, Instagram too.
Yeah,
and Instagram. And YouTube, and what about LinkedIn, TikTok?
Huh?
TikTok, LinkedIn? No,
can't do everything.
Can't do it.
I have a TikTok account. My son's telling me I got to do something with it, so don't even.
Oh, you do, but don't. I tried to put my shows on there, but they only give you like 1 or 2 minutes, so I can't put my whole show on there. So I would have to. Edit and do snippets. I don't have time to do snippets.
And also on LinkedIn under Terrah Bennett Smith. So.
Terrah Bennett Smith. Oh, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm gonna look for you. I'm gonna look you up on there. Okay, so please check out all of her sites. Give her a little thumb. She's on YouTube at Terrah Bennett Smith, and look for her book. When it comes out, she's going to tell me about it. And then we're going to promote it, and then we're going to give her some cash to keep her looking fantastic. Is that natural? Because you look like you're like still in your 20s, girl.
Well, no, I can't do work. I can't get any kind of work because I keloid. So anytime I like this right here, anytime they do a stitch, so I would have keloid. I would have raised it. I would look like a damn like a. I can't.
You're just stunning. Wow. I could look at you all day. You need to have a portrait of yourself painted on the wall, 24 by 36 inch portrait. Oh, wait a minute. That's not big enough. I want to see 24 by 36 in oil.
Oh, God, no. I don't need all that.
I'm going to send somebody over and have them paint you. Well,
okay. My friend who just did these, they're actually in the Wright Turn, so there's 3 of them in different colors.
Oh, nice. Oh, good. Tilt it up. I can't see it. Tilt it.
Okay,
yeah.
So
Color, but that's beautiful.
He just passed away today. This guy who did those, so I'm just kind of sad. He would live downtown. He was a phenomenal photographer for years.
Wow. So, say I would have had him paint me because I did he. Is that a?
No, this is actually okay. So this is just a photograph. He's a photographer, and then I took it, and I don't know what I did with it, playing around with something, and I changed the colors, and then I just took it and they printed it up.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, let's have more of you on everything. Well, I want a billboard on Hollywood Boulevard.
Okay, well, that's when we do our rom-com. Priscilla, that's for our rom-com.
All right. I'll do a face in the rom-com. Let me know what you need.
A rom-com.
We got to do a rom-com.
We got to do a rom-com. That's one of our things that we're going to do.
We're going to do. Real quick before we leave, how did you meet Beatrice? Was it through Michael Fisher?
Inyani, yes.
Inyani, yeah, we love her. She
sweet.
brings the best people. I love this woman. I love her. All right, so promise me you'll let me know and keep me updated on everything so we can promote your book and promote the Wright Turn
parties.
Okay.
Did you forget already that you invited me to? Do I have to track you down, Priscilla?
No, my birthday's in November, so be looking for the invitation in around October. And we gotta go to dinner. Do dinner. Yes. But you gotta promise me you'll meet Ernest though. Again. Because you met him already.
When we go to dinner, you can invite Ernest and the three of us can go and then we can all get to know one another in person.
Oh my God, he's gonna have a boner the whole time.
You're gonna have a boner for you, baby.
No. Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Terrah. Thank you. And we will be in touch. It's the start of a beautiful relationship.
All right, sweetie pie. Thank you so much for having me.
Say goodbye to your fans.
Thank you, whoever you is out there who's taking a look or listening. I appreciate you. Follow me, please, and keep supporting Priscilla. She's a special being. Thank you, Priscilla. All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona.